Hi everybody, welcome to Deb's Way. I'm Deb and you're here for another hashtag Tea Tuesday. And I've got that Gold Peak sweetened iced tea. Oh, my mug is dripping, my glass is dripping here. But it is another hot day out there. Not quite as humid, not quite as hot as it has been, but it's hot and humid enough, that's for sure. But anyway, happy Tea Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so what's been going on here? Hope you all had a very enjoyable Father's Day weekend. We did. It was quiet, of course, but we celebrated here at home. And actually, on that day, I think the weather surprised a lot of people because, well, in the past few days before that, yes, it had been a rainy afternoon. And so I think people were expecting rain in the evening, but a nice day was predicted. However, let me show you what the day turned out to be like. It is just 2:30 in the afternoon. You're safe in there, little girl. You be quiet. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, and we had a chance of slight rain this afternoon. But as you can see, it's storming. And it's actually quite dark, almost like around 5 o'clock in the evening. But we now have a heavy thunderstorm advisory. And yeah, it looks like that's what we've got, all right. But boy, were my flowers in my garden like this. You ought to be glad you're inside, little girl. Yeah. Yep, that was the Sunday afternoon. And it was, I tell you, I was back in the sewing room. I sewed on Sunday for just about the whole day. But when that storm rolled in, I noticed things got darker and darker and darker. And the room was getting lit up by the lights that I have in there, and they were on. It was almost like nighttime. So I grabbed my camera and I went outside and took a look at the skies and saw what was going on. And by then, yeah, it was pouring down and lots of thunder and lightning going on. But it stayed dark like that for several hours until the rain passed by, and then the sun broke through for a little while, and it was like nothing had happened, But boy, we had quite a storm on Father's Day afternoon, let me tell you. So that was our Father's Day. Yesterday, we did venture out to the grocery store. Just a short trip. Didn't have much to get there. I had my list. I always have to make a list. How about you? I may venture from the list a little bit, but at least I have something to follow when I'm in the store, and I have my pen there and I'm crossing it off as I buy it, okay? But I checked the flyer, the store flyer on Sunday, and made my list of what we needed to get. And so I was ready. We go in there, we're looking around, and William I usually split the list up. I make a little list for William to get, and then I get the rest of it. So he went and got what he needed to, and I got what I did. Plus I added a few extras to mine. And he does the same too. Okay, so don't worry about that. But I did notice more price increases. We left that store after paying, well, it was just over $185. We did get some meat. We bought hamburger and ground chuck. It was $4.99 a pound, okay? So we did get that. But outside of that package of meat, everything else was, fruit, veggies, canned fruit, eggs. Yeah, Everything's gone up in price. I took advantage of a lot of BOGOs and a lot of sale items, you know, 2 for whatever amount, one of which was toilet paper, you bet. And so I also heard that tin foil is going to become quite a scarce item in the near future, but I stocked up on some aluminum foil. Yes, I did. But I was surprised at the price, $185. Wow. But hey, you know, what are you going to do? You have to pay it. In the near future here, we're going to be going to Sam's and stocking up, really stocking up our sub-pantry. I've heard that prices at Sam's have increased a little bit. We'll see. But still, the idea that you can buy a quantity sounds really good to me. And it is a good idea. No matter how much it goes up, if it is more at the store, you know, that you usually shop at for groceries, then it's better to buy it in quantity at Sam's, even if Sam's prices have increased a little bit. So I did check a few things at the grocery store too that we typically buy at Sam's, so I know how much it costs at the grocery store, just in case, okay? So we'll see how that goes. But for the rest of this week, we are meeting friends for lunch one afternoon this week. And it's another YouTube friend of mine. She is actually the friend who got me started in YouTube. So we're going to meet her and her husband and have a nice lunch and visit. They were they were in close contact with me during William's hospitalization, and they wanted to meet up with us as soon as he was able to. So he's doing pretty good right now. He still, you know, the stamina is not there yet, but I can notice changes in him, and he keeps getting a little bit stronger and stronger every week. And yes, it does go by the week, not by the day, but by the week. So he's coming along okay. What else this week? Not much. Not much of anything really. But you know what? Something always happens. Something always pops up. So one thing I wanted to show you is, well, it's something that is a new addition to our household, and it has become a, how am I going to say this? How can I introduce this? I have a little video here to show you of our new addition to the household. Yes. She came maybe a week ago now, and has fit in rather nicely. So, well, anyway, let me just show you the little video here that I made of our new family member. Okay, here you go. You know, I have talked to William several times about the possibility of getting a couple of hens, you know, just for eggs around here. We don't need a rooster, but a couple of hens for eggs, that would be really nice. And I've seen other YouTube channels, you know, in this community that they have hens within a housing area, no problem. But I do know that there is somebody in this homesteading community that recently had problems when they had, I think, about 4 hens, Frank and Tina. And Tina had those hens since they were babies. She raised them. They enjoyed eggs from them. As a matter of fact, I remember when Tina had her first egg from one of her hens, it was like her grandchild. She didn't want to eat it, but she has eaten the egg since then and enjoyed them. But they live in a community, and I guess neighbors complained about the sound of the noise that hens make. So they had to get rid of their hens, unfortunately. And that's probably what would happen here too if I tried to get hens. They'd make noise, and our neighbors are not, even though we have a privacy fence, a 6-foot-high privacy fence dividing the backyard from the neighbors around us, they're still close enough to hear the sounds of hens cackling. Okay, so I couldn't get away with it, I'm sure. So William found me a substitute. Let me show you what he found me. Come here, chickie, chickie, chickie. Come here, chickie. This is what he gave me. Her name is Henrietta. Okay. She poaches eggs in this little tray, and she'll soft boil, well, she'll hard boil eggs, either soft, medium, or hard in this tray. And she will do up to 14 eggs. I've used it once. This is how she'll do it with the 14 eggs. But I've only used one tier so far, and I'm going to make some eggs now too. William would like some hard-boiled eggs, so let me show you how we're going to do that with Henrietta. Okay, I don't need this one for hard-boiled eggs, that's just for poached. But I do need some water in the tray. Here, I'll take all the pieces out of here. This is the tray. I've used it only once before. Okay, so for hard-boiled eggs, I need about 7 ounces of water in the tray here. Fill that up. Put the tray on there. And oh, there is a little pointy needle thing there. That's what I'm gonna puncture a hole in the eggs with. You do that to every egg that you put in here. And I usually do the pointed end of the egg, not the rounded end. You just slightly poke a hole in the bottom of each one. You can't even really see that one, can you? But that's got the hole in the bottom of it. So this go round, I'm just doing 7 hard-boiled eggs, okay? Put the lid on Henrietta. Let me point her this way because I gotta plug her in. Plug it in, and she'll go for, I think at the directions said about 15 minutes for hard-boiled. I'll bring it back when she finishes because she makes a little noise, okay? So I'll bring it back. Henrietta is signaling that the eggs are done. I don't know, she sounds like a rooster to me in between the cackling there. But anyway, Henrietta has hard-boiled some eggs here, so let me turn her off and let her cool down. I think this is probably about the only hen that I'm going to have in my homestead here for quite a while. But she does a pretty good job at what she does.
Wow!
So that was Henrietta. Yes. she has proved her worth in eggs. Hard-boiled eggs so far. Yeah. I don't do a lot of poached. I should because I do like eggs Benedict, but you know, hey, I haven't tried that yet. Basically, we'd use her for hard-boiled eggs. I don't know when I'd ever do 14 though, but it's a good idea that you can, you know. So anyway, but she did the 7 eggs very, very nicely, and I get a kick out of her every time she makes her sound. So I hope you did too. She was purchased off of, I think she was on QVC actually. I seem to recall David, you know, Cooking with David. I like watching Cooking with David. So I seem to recall he was the one that demonstrated her. And amazingly enough, she looked much larger on TV than what she does in real life. But she's a good size. But I thought, boy, that's a big one. Where am I going to put her? Well, right now she's just on our kitchen counter, no problem, and she's cute. She looks nice. But yeah, that's what I'll probably have as my my little homestead chicken for a while. Okay. That is about it for this time around. I hope you're all having a good week. You take care, stay cool, stay dry, and I'll be talking to you again real soon. But for this time around, it's bye for now. I've got a movie waiting for me on TV. It's a freebie off of a Free Demand channel. The movie 9 to 5. It's an oldie, but I like it. Got Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Dolly Parton. Yeah. I like it a lot. I've seen it so many times, but I'm going to watch it again.